So what's a function? So what is a function? Well, a function is a particular type of relation. So this is a relation. That means it's a set of ordered pairs. But one thing that makes a function what it is that 1x goes with only 1y. Okay? So let me give you an example. If I draw a table of values, let's say x and y, okay, and I give you -2, -2, and 3, and I say 4, 2, and 1, and I give you another set of a table or data where -2, 3, and 4, and we have 1, 2, and let's say 2. The first set of data is not a function, because based on what this is saying, it says x goes with only 1 y. That means that x can only map to one different y. Okay? That means if you look here, I have two -2's. The same x, right? I can't have that x going to two different y's. Okay? It's not allowed. So I'm not allowed to have two different values here. See, if I had -2 listed twice, it needs to have the same value for y. So that means this is not a function. It is a relation, but not a function. Because in order to be a function, it has to follow suit. It has to follow the fact that only one x goes with one y. Another way to look at functions is if it passes the vertical line test. So what is the vertical line test? Well, a vertical line is up and down, okay? So if we look at graphs, we can check and see if they're functions by just looking at if a vertical line passes through them. So I'm going to show you 3 examples. So if I take a look at these graphs and I draw something like, let's see, draw here. Let's do something like that. And let's do this. Okay. So I have 3 different types of graphs here. Okay. If we look at the first graph, the vertical line test says that if it only passes through the graph, not the black x and y's, but the purple here, if it only passes through one time, then it is a function. So passes one time. So if I can draw a line vertically and it passes through only once, then it's a function. So if I look, I can draw a bunch of vertical lines through here, right? And how many times is it passing? Well, it's only passing one time every time. See, it's only passing one time on that purple. I'm not looking at the black, I'm looking at the purple. So it's only passing one time. But if I go over here to this circle, that's a little bit different. See, if I draw a line through that, it's passing twice. So since it passes twice, it's not a function. So the first one is a function. The second one is not a function, because it has 2 times where it will cross. And so what we're looking for is, if we have a graph given to us, we're just going to draw lines until we see if there's any situations where it would pass twice. Okay, and we're talking about vertical here. So this last one, if I draw lines all the way down through here, how many times does it pass through that purple? If you say 1, then you're right. Okay, it's only going to pass one time, which means it is a function. Okay, so the big deal is that functions can only have an x going with one specific y. Okay, it has to be a one-to-one relationship. Okay, 1-to-1. All right, means it's married to one person, right? 1-to-1. Cannot go with 2 different. All right. Also, you can test it by looking at vertical lines. If you have a graph, you can draw vertical lines and check and see if it passes more than once. So that's what functions are.